In case you missed the 4th episode, we left Wildside and headed up to the Titicaca National Park for a little bit of camping. We also did a bit of exploring, some treetop abseiling, and then for dinner I made everyone kebabs, including this caprese one which blew everyone away. Then the weather turned and it was time for us to head up to Hogsback for the beginning of our 5th episode. I have to ask myself, when did life and food become about instant satisfaction? About self-service TV dinners, the 15-minute microwave roast chicken, chocolate mousse in a box, money for love and love for money, instead of the sublime importance of friendships, of weekends away, sunshine, and the great outdoors. So now all things aside, welcome to Cooked, to my life.
Fruit and Veg City? Has anyone seen Fruit and Veg City? Anyone? Anyone seen Fruit? What should I do, Bruce? That's not the way you do it. Turn off your TV. Turn off your TV. Listen, TV is bad for you. You need a license too. TV is bad for you. It slowly castrates you. And TV is bad for you. Cause Big Brother, him watching you.
So in case you haven't got it, we're in Africa, the southern part, and we're heading inland from the Titicaca National Park to Hogsback, a journey which is probably going to take us 8 hours in the beast. This is day 16 of our epic 4,500 kilometer road trip along the southern coast of Africa, and we're about to hit our first pitfall. Our first traffic fine in over 2,000 kilometers, and that's not bad in my books, considering it was for nothing serious. And then a friend of ours from Hogsback invited us around for a Hogmeister, kind of like a Jägermeister, but different. And that's him, Christopher. So this is the last drink. We've been on the road all day and the guys are getting a bit restless. And I think it's time for us to head towards the Coolin Trout Lodge, because tomorrow morning I'm going fishing. There's something really special about being out on the water at dawn, trying to outsmart something that has a brain the size of a pea and a 3-second memory that generally wins. If I don't catch trout today, there's no lunch today either for episode 5. I don't like the pressure. In my bed, I said I wake up every morning, I roll myself my breakfast in my bed.
Okay, well, we're rounding up the gang. I'm just going to prepare them some scones. We've got a variation of 3 different types. We've got some traditional scones with some whipped cream and some lovely strawberry preserve, which I prepared yesterday. Savoury scones with some rocket pesto. And then for you, Dale, chocolate chip scones. I'm going to do 3 different kinds. So obviously 3 different bowls. Into each one we've got cake flour over here. It's about 2 cups into each one. Okay, and then next we've got baking powder and bicarb. It's about 2 mils into each one. And over here we just have some table salt, just a small little pinch. About 125 grams of unsalted butter, which I've just cubed up. Just rub it in. We've got the chocolate chips over here. I'm going to do a savoury one with some rocket pesto. Okay, so then to each one. And it's 1 egg per bowl. I'm not going to be too strict, just half a cup into each one. And it's done. Now we just need to mix it. Okay, now I prefer to use a knife or something like that, because if you use your fingertips, it becomes very stiff, more like a dough, and they don't rise as nicely. And now we just need to roll out. Are you rolling, Dale? Okay. Now we're just going to put them in the oven at about 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. And by then, troops should be rounded up and we can enjoy our scones at the waterfall. Let's get them in.
So we asked some of the locals where we could do some exploring and have a picnic with some of Fran's scones, and they suggested one of 2 places. The first involved a 3.5-hour hike up a mountain, and the second, a gentle ramble down to a waterfall. And I think you can kind of figure out which one we chose. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the waterfall, but it was just the type of excursion we needed, before I had the exciting prospect of going back up the hill and making lunch for everyone with the fish I didn't catch this morning.
Wrap the sun around ourselves with rainbows in your hair. Investigate the moon. Don't you sometimes watch the word?
I've been a little humbled today by the trout in this dam. Everything I've tried just hasn't worked, so fortunately some of the Hogsbackians have sorted me out with a little piece of trout, so at least I can still kind of do what I was going to do earlier on. It's going to be rooibos smoked trout ravioli with a tequila, honey and burnt garlic sauce. Now to start it off, we've got to make a little bit of pasta, and it's more or less 1 cup of flour, 1 egg. I don't really measure anything, as you kind of know. Flour. Now what we start off is just getting the egg and the yolk, the egg white and the yolk around. Now the messy part comes in. Normally, you know, I'd call Fran in here to do this, but today I'm feeling a little bit generous, so I'm just going to knead this up. And what's going to happen is I have to kind of get it to the right consistency, and then I'm going to put it into a little bit of cellophane and let it rest for about half an hour. This is for all the kids out there where mothers say don't play with your food. Of course you must play with your food. Now I can see it's kind of reaching the right consistency. It's a little bit sticky still. See that? What I'm going to do now is wrap it in cellophane. Let it rest for about 20 minutes, and in the meantime, I'm going to start off smoking the trout in rooibos. For some reason, Jason thinks that he's going to have better luck than I did. He can barely cast with the fly rods, so we'll give him his dues and see what he comes back with. Now, the misconception about smoking anything is that it's difficult to do, and I'm going to demonstrate to you that anybody can do this with any meat that they have. So take one of your baking trays, and to protect it, what you do is you put tin foil in first. Shiny side up, because that reflects the heat inwards. And just push it in. Now, I'm smoking my fish in rooibos, but you can also use oak shavings, a whole whack of other things, but I really like the rooibos tea. So we're going to use it to smoke our trout. And it's very simple. Tin foil in, sprinkle your rooibos in the bottom of the pan. And I have this beautiful thing that travels everywhere with me. It's a fish grid. But what's really nice is that it's got very little contact with the fish. So when we smoke it, the fish should get smoked all over and evenly. Skin side down, guys. And then all you do is I've got a little bit of Malden salt, just a sprinkling of it on. And I've got some beautiful lemon and lime honey that we picked up at Wild Thyme in Tutsikama. I'm just going to pour a little bit over this, just a drizzle. And then all we're going to do is close it up. Put the lid on. And as you can see, it doesn't fit properly. And for smoking, it needs to be a tight fit. So what I'm going to do is abandon the lid and just use some tin foil. And again, shiny side down, because it keeps the heat in. And all I'm going to do is create a little seal all the way around the baking dish. And as tight as you can, because you don't want any of those beautiful aromas to escape when the fish is smoking. And that's how easy it is to smoke something. So now I'm just going to bang it on a fire. It's a very thin fillet of trout, so what I'm going to do is only do it for about 7.5 to 10 minutes. You don't want to overdo it. So while the trout is smoking on that side, I'm going to get some merry helpers. Helga, Chris, and Frida, come and help me. Your hands clean.
Yeah,
Okay, beautiful hands, much better than mine. Look at all the burns and things I've got in the last couple of days. Okay, ladies, it's so simple.
Yeah.
It really is. Duck. Okay, this now, I'm going to teach you how to make ravioli. All you need to do is break off a ball about fist-sized, so big, and then you're going to run it through the machine. It's on its thickest setting, just once. And then flour it both sides. Break off another ball, about fist size. Are you watching this, Chris? Your hands clean?
Yes.
Can you see? Can you see? Okay, so it's that simple. Of course. Okay, Chris, why don't you come wind this side?
I'll come and do the wine.
Winding, not whining, hey? I'm doing the quality control at the moment, so I'm going to watch them for a little bit first. That's perfect.
That's it.
Now, Dale, come look here. See how it's starting to really smoke now? So it's been in for about 8 minutes. I'm a bit cautious about opening it up. And the beauty about hot smoking is that it seals the meat first and keeps all the juices in. So I can go a couple of minutes longer if I want to.
Oh, that's a nice
that's
one, eh?
perfect.
Yeah.
I have to get it very nice.
Okay, Dale, Jason's caught another bit of salad for us over there. Have you got liquid refreshment?
I've got a whole leg.
Ah! Okay, Dale, I think we're ready here to do a little bit of a reveal. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Okay, Fran, why don't you fleck this for me and add the ricotta? Yes, you guys are making a mess all over here. Yeah? Got flour on your face and on your clothes and on your hands. No, it's fine. Okay, yeah, add the ricotta and then mash it all together. And that's going to make a beautiful little filling for our ravioli. Just those two ingredients. That's not done. Mash it, mash it, mash it, mash it. You want it to get really mixed in like that. Always. If you dare. Now, my young ladies from Belgium have made a terrible mess on my table, huh? But it's all good. So, what we're going to start doing now is actually making the ravioli. So, you guys just need to cut segments, put a little ball in the center, fold it over into a triangle, push the air out, like that. And then use the fork gently around the edges just to seal everything, so that when we cook it up in the water, obviously it doesn't escape. That's one of our ravioli, handmade. And it is that simple. Okay, now I'm going to leave our gorgeous ladies to carry on making the ravioli, and I'm going to make the burnt garlic and tequila sauce, which I think is quite spectacular.
Do you put as
Have I all over? No, no one tells me that. Considering we're making a tequila sauce, we might as well drink tequila. Christopher, come back here. I want to give you a little bit of my welcome.
We're giving you honorary citizenship for 1 day.
Which day can I choose today?
No, you're not allowed. It's today.
Is it today? Oh, thanks a lot. It's almost over. In
Well,
fact,
I'll do
hang on,
this.
considering I've only got 1 day. Eric, come here, flower boy. He looks like Pan, you know? What's the Midsummer Night's Dream? He's Pan.
I'd be Puck.
Be Puck. You be Puck, not Pan. Yeah, he'd be pucked later.
No.
Jason!
He's a mate. What up, dude?
Nothing.
Where the fish?
Where the fish? Now, guys, the beauty about burnt garlic sauce is that you virtually can't go wrong. So, lashings of butter. So we're just going to melt this up. Add some pre-chopped garlic. Lots of. I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds for it to start burning, guys. Hang on, you can have my solitude moment staring out. I'll do this backwards. Do you see the style involved here? Jason, any luck?
Yes, good. Salut.
Yes, tequila hasn't worked yet.
Oh, well, let me help you with that then. Because you know what? You know what? No, well, I mean, it didn't work. So just hit from the bottle, Chris.
Honorary Hogsback for 1 day.
There, yes, and I am. I'm using it today. So while you're there, have a slicky. No, that's a girl sip, a girl sip.
Hey, darling.
Come. Ah. Okay, so, Dale. Now everything's starting to fry up. We want to burn the garlic and flambe the tequila. Whoa! And again. And it's still going. Then you have to light again. So we're just burning off the alcohol and want to retain the tequila flavor. And as you know, tequila has so much alcohol in it that it's not wanting to burn off. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to leave it for a couple of seconds just to burn. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika. Not too much, we don't want it too hot. Some cayenne pepper. And that's going to give it a nice warm taste as well. Now, ready? This is our beautiful chopped truffle honey, which we're going to add in just a couple of seconds. Now with cooking, everything's about timing, so I don't want to add the honey in before I've let the garlic start burning and blackening up a little bit, because those are beautiful dark, deep tastes. And then obviously the sweet. So now I'm just dropping the heat a little bit because I want to keep it hot. But I have to put the pasta on now because the sauce is ready. All we need is 2 or 3 minutes for our ravioli to cook up. Add sauce and eat. Okay, I need the hot water, guys. Penny, you're an absolute star. Now, water's almost boiling. I'm going to throw in the ravioli. And then I'm going to feed the ladies. Have I said that twice? Tequila, tequila talking. Right, guys, so these little babies are just going to go straight in. Now, the beauty about homemade pasta is that it doesn't take 10 minutes to cook up. It's literally 2 or 3 minutes, and that's it. And it's al dente, and it's done. So now I'm just waiting.
You're quite a good-looking guy.
Am I?
Especially that
Are
dapper
you
white
attracted to me?
Look at your smart shirt and everything.
It's not very often you see me like this.
Okay, what you got next?
So these have come to the surface now. I'm just going to have a quick little taste before I think it out. ladies. I think we actually have to feed our helpers, so we'll call Christopher in. Yeah, I can see. You guys, considering you did the work, Chris, you guys get to taste first. Perfect.
I promise you I won't drink any more wine.
Come on.
It's lekker.
You show it, yeah.
Is that good? Is it bad? You've got to give us
Good,
your
of
honest
course.
opinion.
It's very nice, actually.
Can be
It's
better.
very nice.
Feel those flavours come through.
It's worth all the work.
Taste it now.
Tastes like
When
heaven.
did you ever think you'd be
Really?
having tequila sauce in your pasta? Good.
Very good, eh?
Never been in the middle. It's lekker.
Now she's your friend, can you imagine? All right, Dale, I'm out of here. Water's nog enough. Afrikaans English for tomorrow's another day.
Oh, yeah?
And I've only got a couple of hours left of being an honourary Hogsbackian.
Exactly. Look
according
at the
to Chris.
tequila bottle.
No, hang on. Don't talk
the
about the
tequila
tequila
bottle.
bottle without respect.
No. We'll...
Give him the courtessy of a glass.
Yes, no, I will.
Please, I mean...
Make it full.
No, half one for him. I understand.
I'm
that
holding
living
a
out
glass.
here
I'm
in
holding a
rarefied
plate and I'm holding a
atmosphere.
glass.
All the plate.
Right? Justin?
Let me help you as well.
The only thing I can say is welcome to Hogsback. Please leave now.
And I'm bleeding. I've been feeding the flames that forge this cursed toil. Yes, I'm weaving the reading
And I think
strings.
it's fantastic. And I'm most impressed the way you cleared up all your props. I mean, you know, I was expecting to do all that this morning, so really, it's a pleasure
brownie
having you
new.
guys.
The beautiful thing about this road trip is that we've met so many incredible people along the way. And I found that generally, the country people are the ones who invite you into their hearts and homes and who blow you away with their kindness and generosity. Yeah, the country people.
From the darkness I've come love. From the darkness I've come from.
It's becoming more and more difficult to leave each place that we come to, but you know, it's also time for us to move along to see what Terry built. But I'd like to invite Chris along to join us, considering I'm an honorary Hogsbackian. We're going to make him an honorary member of the cook team for our Wild Coast session, so I can't say no. And thank you so much for everything here, and thank you to everyone.
No, it's been a pleasure, Justin, having you guys here on Hogsback.
Thanks, man.
I've come from. Love from the darkness I've come from. Let the light shine through. Let the light shine in you.